Hello everyone. Welcome to UPSC CSE Notes. We are providing free notes for competitive exam. Be active, deep focus. Let's start. Class 10 NCERT Economics Chapter 1. Development. Overview. 1. Perspectives on development. 2. Common indicators for development. 3. Method for measuring development. 4. Concept of purchasing power parity. What development promises: different people, different goals. Development promises a real growth by enhancing total income and standard of living of a person. Different people have different development goals. The development goals are varying from people to people. For example, a girl from a rich urban family gets as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in life. She is able to pursue her studies abroad. Income and other goals. People prefer to earn more income for fulfilling their daily requirements of life. Companies provide material thing like money. But people also want non-material thing like freedom, security, and respect of others. Some companies provide less salary but offer regular employment, which enhances sense of securities. In other case, some companies provide high salary but offer no job securities. They reduce sense of securities. National development. National development refers to ability of a nation to improve standard of living of its citizens. Standards of living of citizens depend upon per capita income, gross domestic product, literacy rate and availability of health etc. These factors also consider as measure of improvement. How to compare different countries or states. We can compare different countries or state on the basis of per capita income. We cannot take national income to compare different countries, because each country has different population rate. Per capita income is calculated by dividing total income of a country to total population of that particular country. Per capita income of a country shows the standard of living of the citizens of that particular country. A country with higher per capita income is more developed than others with less per capita income. Income and other criteria. For achieving development goal of people not only want better income, they also want non-material thing like freedom, security, and respect of others. For development of a nation, average income or per capita income is needed. Pause the video to see given table. Per capita income of selected states. If per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Haryana will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state of the three. However, this is not true if we look at the other criteria. Pause the video to see given table. Comparative data on Haryana, Kerala, and Bihar. Literacy rate. It is the number of people above 7 years of age who are able to read and write with understanding. Higher the literacy rate, more developed a state will be. India has a literacy rate of 64%. Kerala has the highest literacy rate and Bihar has the lowest. Infant mortality rate. It is the number of children that die before attaining 1 year of age as a proportion of 1,000 live births in a year. It indicates the development of health facilities in a country. In India, Kerala has the lowest IMR, while Bihar has the highest. Net attendance ratio. It is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. In this table, the first column shows that in Kerala, out of 1,000 children born, 12 died before completing 1 year of age, but in Haryana, the proportion of children dying within 1 year of birth was 36, which is 2 times more than that of Kerala. This number is 44 in Bihar. Literacy rate in Kerala is 94%, which is higher than Haryana, 82%, and Bihar, 62%. The last column shows that in Kerala, 83 children out of 100 aged 14 to 15 are not attending school beyond class 8, which is greater than Haryana, 61, and Bihar 43. Public facilities. Facilities which are provided by the government considered as public facility like schools, hospitals, community halls, transport, electricity etc. As we know that Punjab has more income than the average person in Kerala. But Kerala has a low infant mortality rate because of better public system like public distribution system which provide health and nutritional status to the state. We need public facility because we are not able to purchase all things by money. We cannot able to buy a pollution-free environment with the help of money. Sustainability of development. Sustainable development refers to development of human, with at the same time sustaining the ability of natural system. It is helpful to fulfills the needs of the human being without harming The ability of the future generation. For sustainable development, we have to use non-renewable resources like carbon-based, originally designed fuel for the quantity how much we need it. Some renewable resources like groundwater will take long time for replenished. So, we should use that resource in finite quantity. Infant mortality ratio. Infant mortality ratio indicates the number of children who die before the age of 1 year, as a proportion of 1,000 live children born in that particular year. Literacy rate. Literacy rate measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age group. Net attendance ratio. It is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years, who attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. Question. What is the main criterion used by the World Bank in classifying different countries? What are the limitations of this criterion, if any? Answer. Per capita income is the main criterion used by the World Bank in classifying different countries. The limitation of this criterion are: it doesn't show distribution of income. It also ignores other factors such as infant mortality rate, literacy level, healthcare, etc. Question. In what respects is the criterion used by the UNDP for measuring development different from the one used by the World Bank? Answer. World Bank only uses per capita income for measuring development, while UNDP uses many other factors like infant mortality, healthcare facility, education level, which help in improving the quality of life and helps in making the citizens more productive. Question. Why do we use averages? Are there any limitations to their use? Illustrate with your own examples related to development. Answer. We use averages because they are useful for comparing differing quantities of the same category. For example, to compute the per capita income of a country, averages have to be used, because there are differences in the incomes of diverse people. However, there are limitations to the use of averages. This does not show distribution of thing between people. For an example, if a country has very high per capita income, then we can't say that citizens living in that country are very rich, because we are not knowing about the distribution of wealth in that country. Some people might be richer while other people are very poor in that country. Question. Kerala, with lower per capita income, has a better human development ranking than Punjab. Hence, per capita income is not a useful criterion at all and should not be used to compare states. Do you agree? Discuss. Answer. No, I do not agree with the statement that per capita income is not a useful criterion at all. Kerala, with lower per capita income, has a better human development ranking than Punjab. Because, human development ranking is determined using a combination of factors such as health, education, and income. So, this does not imply that per capita income is not useful. Rather, per capita income is one of the development factors and cannot be neglected. The World Bank uses per capita income as the criterion for measuring development and comparing states. But this criterion has certain limitations, because of which determination of Human Development Index (HDI) is done using this criterion along with some other development factors like health, education, etc. Question. Find out the present sources of energy that are used by the people in India. What could be the other possibilities 50 years from now? Answer. The present sources of energy that are used by the people of India are electricity, coal, crude oil, cow dung and solar energy. Other possibilities 50 years from now could include ethanol, biodiesel, nuclear energy and a better utilization of wind energy, especially with the imminent danger of oil resources running out. Question. Why is the issue of sustainability important for development? Answer. The issue of sustainability is important for development because development must be in tandem with the future. If natural resources are not sustained, then development will stagnate after a point of time. Exploiting resources unethically will ultimately undo the development that a country may have achieved. This is because in the future, those resources will not be available for further progress. Question. The Earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development? Discuss. Answer. The Earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. This statement is relevant to the discussion of development, since both resources and development go hand in hand. For the sustainability of development, the maintenance of resources is also crucial. As the statement claims, the Earth has enough resources, renewable and non-renewable, to satisfy everyone's needs. However, these need to be used with a view to keep the environment protected. and clean so that a balance of production and use is maintained, and shortages are avoided. That's it. We have completed Chapter 1 Important Notes. Stay with us, learn more easily and free. We are working for you. To give free education. Work for people and serve the country. Subscribe the channel and like the video. Jai Hind.